Hi, this is Johnny. I'm going to show you how to burn the image, but you need to download the Etcher. I will have the link below on the video. So you need to download it. I'm going to burn the image directly over the flash drive because I don't have another 256 image. So I'm going to burn it on the same image. Now, this is the program. When you install it, it will look like this, kind of green right here. When you click on it, this will open. And when you download it from Telegram, you're gonna get a 119 file, okay? And you wanted to unzip the very first one. You're going to right-click it, okay, and choose 7-zip. You have to install 7-zip in order to do this, okay? So 7-zip and Etcher. So you're gonna say extract here, okay? Once it's extract, it's going to look for all the rest of this file. Okay, so and make sure your file is 2029.568. It's going to be the same all the way down until the last one. The last one's going to be a little bit smaller because it's the last file, and that file need to be 24,581 kilobyte. So if your file for some reason it is smaller, you need to re-download it again because there might be some kind of hiccup on the network. So your file might be not complete. So make sure your file size is listed what you see right here, 2029.568 kilobyte. Okay, and the last one is going to be this number right here, 24,581 kilobyte. Once it's finished, unzip, you will have an image called Anbernic RG Nano. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drag that file and put it over here in the flash drive. Okay, and it is a 256 gigabyte. So I'm going to do a demonstration on the same 256 gigabyte image. And then we're going to talk about the Telegram, where you get it and stuff like that. So we're going to grab it here, put it in here, then we're going to select the physical drive. Now the flash drive that I have is going to be 256 gigabyte. Let's see if we can find it. Did I pop it out? Okay, let me make sure I put it back in. Some reason it's not seeing it. Let me put it back in. Taking it out, push it back in. There you go. It make a sound. And here's my flash drive. Oh, interesting. Okay. Anyway, this is the original flash drive, old drive, and as you can see, I'm going to open up my old drive. There's stuff in there already. Open up new window. Okay, so there's already file in there. Okay, they even have the one I gave you will not have no music. Okay, no music, and it will not have it will only have like two file of animation. Okay, nothing else. You will have to put your own music and the music support MP3, the video support MP4. Okay, so when you download music, make sure it is MP3. Okay, so I'm going to overwrite this SD card. So I'm going to close the old drive, and I'm going to select this one, 256 gigabyte. Now the size is pretty big, so the question is, will it fit? Okay, so I want to make sure it fit before say that it does work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select that, and it's gonna kill everything I have, and I don't have no backup. So, well, that is my backup. That is my burn image. So hopefully my image is not damaged. Shouldn't, but let's go ahead and do it. All right, flash it. All right, you're about to erase the large drive. Do you sure you want to erase it? Yes, go ahead and erase it. A little bit hesitated because it's my only flash drive. Okay, I hesitated to do it because I worry that if something go wrong in my side, I have no way of backing up all the time that I spend on it. And also I want to show you how to increase your flash drive. So if you this is a 256 gig image, but let's just say you want, one thing I need to let you know, anytime you open up a game, it created a save file and also config file. So it will take up your space in your SD card. So make sure you don't fill it up completely dry because that will give you a problem. It's already almost full. So if you start putting music, more than 40 music, MP4, there's a possibility you're going to run dead on your hard drive. I mean your SD card. And if that happens, you won't be able to save your file and do stuff like that. So make sure you give yourself enough space, okay? So I'm putting on a 512, but the problem is the image is 256. How do you give yourself the 512? Because once you burn it, it's going to make this SD card 512 to a 256. So after this is finished burning, I will show you how to increase the size. You utilize the unused space, okay? So I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and do this, and then at the end of the video, in the comment description, in the video description, I will put down, let you know that I have tested on the 256. I want to make sure 512 work first before I destroy my original flash drive. But it should work because it didn't give me any error. Because if you select this and the file is too small, it's going to give you an error, say it doesn't work. Okay. So right there, it already proved to me that it does work on a 256 gigabyte. So it's safe to go get a 256 gigabyte. But if you want more free space, right now this thing is very cheap right now. I think it's like $39. So it's kind of worth it to get this instead of getting 256. Just my opinion. Because you could have more space for saving. You could add music, you could add video, you could even add movie video, make sure it's MP4. And you can watch it in a trip when you're driving, even though the screen is small, but it's very clear, so it's very viewable. You can see it well, okay? Select that, then you click flash. All right, it say, are you sure? Because you're gonna about to erase everything. Say yes. And then the DOS prompt is gonna come up. Wait for that before you leave, because it's gonna take a while. So make sure you click yes on this. Otherwise it won't continue, okay? Don't just walk away. Make sure you click yes. Now you could go walk away and then come back, 30 to an hour, probably an hour. Let's just say, no, probably a couple hours because it's a big file. So go eat your breakfast, lunch, whatever, and then come back and it should finish. And then you could pop that in. Before you pop it into your system, we're going to use a MiniTool Partition to increase the size, utilize the rest of the space that's not utilized on your SD card. Okay. Okay, I'm going to my website. I'm putting some basic example how to go to Telegram link. Okay, because the download is in Telegram server. So the file, the images that you need to download to burn is over here. So I'm going to give you example. I just add that to one of my video and just talk about how
Hi,
to
this
zip
is
your
how you
file
zip up a file
and how to upload to Telegram. Okay, so the Telegram we only use Telegram only use 2 gigabyte. So this video show you how to take a file and compress it to separate zip file, so then you could upload it, because anything bigger than 2 gigabyte it won't upload to Telegram. But once you separate to multiple zip file. It's no limit how many you could put up there. So that's one thing good about it, because a lot of share file, it will. Okay, so for example, you're here in a video. Okay, you could pause it, but do look at it so you know what you get yourself into, what kind of game you have, and all that stuff. Okay. Now, all this is you do it on your own risk, meaning that if something go wrong with your system, sometimes your system might be defective, but you don't know until you do this update and find out there's something wrong. We're not responsible for any kind of a messed up to your device. So make sure you get your product uh, that you know you could return without any issue or any problem. Like Amazon right now are selling this, and they are very good at returning it. Okay, so you go to, when you see the video in description, you click on show more. Okay, in there you will see Telegram invite. Then you're gonna click on Telegram invite. You're not gonna click on this first, because if you don't have account, it's not gonna let you see this one. Okay, so you're gonna click on internet Telegram invite. Then it's gonna ask you what you want to do. You want to open it. Now, if you have this on your phone, you could join the account first using your phone, and then but you still have to install this in your desktop. So once you click open, it doesn't open the Telegram right away. It's gonna ask you to set it up. So you have to set up your username, your mobile telephone number. You have to have a mobile telephone number, otherwise the setup will not work. Okay, so you have to put in a telephone number. Okay, so once you're in, you will be once you are set up, if it doesn't take you to this here with this character here animation, then go back and click it again, and then when you click open again, it's going to take you here. All right, now it's going to take you here, but this thing is still uploading, so it's 119 file. Okay, and what you want to do is you just want to click on it and then go away. Then you could go do something else. You click, and then come back, make sure if it's finished, it will be like this. If it's not finished, it's still going to be spinning. Okay, when it's finished uploading, it will put a check on it. Okay, so when you're downloading, it's the same thing. It will put a check on it if it finished downloading, and then it will change to this. So right now it's still downloading or uploading. Right now I'm uploading this, and it's taking several hours. So expect this download will be take the same amount of time. But once you finish, let me give you an example. Once you finish, you could say, show me the file. So for example, I just download something recently, which I'll be doing a video pretty soon for the Neo Geo arcade stick. Those of you who spend a whole year creating this image. So this image is very, very nice. Just click show folder, and it will take you to the directory where you downloading, which is your desktop in your C drive. So if your C drive do not have 250 gigabyte, make sure before you click on it, just say, I want to save as. That means I want to put it somewhere else that have enough space, like an external hard drive or USB flash drive. So make sure you have enough. Now, when you buy a 256 flash drive, you're going to burn it. So you don't want to put it on the same flash drive. You want to put it on something that you could use to unzip it. So you need to have something twice of the space. So because when you download it's 256, and when you unzip it, it's going to be another 256 gigabyte. So make sure you have double the space, at least half of the terabyte. Well, you don't need half of the terabyte. So if you have a 1 terabyte, then you have no problem. You probably need more than you need more than 1 terabyte, because 500. No, you don't, because 256 is 500. Yeah, it's half of the terabyte, so you're good. But once you change it to a 512, then that'll be a different story. Then you need more than 1 terabyte. Okay, so you say save as, and it's gonna say where you want to save it to. Okay, then you say, okay, I want to save it to my F drive, for example. And then if you say F drive, then you say save, and then they will download into your F drive. Okay, and then it will start to download. Well, let's just say save. Do I have one that is? I don't have it here. Let me see if I could find my Neo Geo original Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro somewhere in one of this. I probably don't have it on this any of this hard drive. So you just pick a folder, create a folder if you need to, and then just save it there. This for just say save, okay? And once you say save, then this file is very small. It's already finished downloading. So if once you finish downloading, you just say open, show me the folder where I download to, and it will take you to. Well, I already downloaded here, so unless you delete it, this is my no-go. I have enough space to download this, so I went and download. But yeah, if I was to download this with the 256 gig, I probably don't have space. All right. So before you download, just right-click it and say I want to save it to a certain place. Once it's done, then it will start downloading. Okay, and you might have to do that with everything. So make sure just you could either download into your C drive. Once it's finished, move it to another hard drive. Then you don't have to click save as. You just click, and then when it's finished, move it to somewhere will have more space, and then continue click, and then move it to the second hard drive. Okay, that way you won't run out of space because this file is pretty big. Then once you finish creating an account, for example, in the future. Right now, this is the last thing I did, but for example, in the future, I might put some other images. Okay. Now I already put the title Edgar 2, for example. Title Edgar 2 was downloading, but you won't able to find it because you have to. So you could either do search to find it, or you could view by text file. Like you could view. You could just double click this account. Or you could just keep on scroll up. Here you go. So somebody was asking about this image. This image is already uploaded and there's a lot of file. But the problem was that 2 of the console do not work. I think Coleco and Atari. So I went and redo those. Either Coleco, Atari, or Coleco Amiga. I don't remember which 2, but I went and redid it, but I didn't upload the new image yet. But if you want to download, you could download this, but it's just that there's two of the images that I did not do. But so Coleco image is actually done, but it's not perfect like this new one I did. There will be some artwork missing because I used a script to do it. I didn't manually go look for artwork that was missing. So just FYI, okay? So for example, therefore now you don't know where is the file, so you're like looking for it, okay? But right now, at this moment, if you just go to invite, you will automatically see this. But if you do not, you cannot see it, then the second step to do is go back to your YouTube video and click on the second link, which say, show me the download link for this image, 256 gigabytes. So you click here, and it'll automatically click open again, and automatically take you here. It tells you that this image is made for the screen 1.4 inches in nano, and it's a cool console, and it is total file you need to download is 119. Okay, 119 files, not a short file, it's a lot of file. Okay, then once you download it, you could burn it into 256 or 512, which I burn it to 512. So I'm going to show you how to expand the free space. Okay, and then it tell you how many game each console have. Like TurboGrafx have 402 plus PC Engine, they are all together. Sega Genesis and CD and 32X, they are all in the same emulator. Okay, but you will find the Sega CD in its own CD dash the game name, and Sega 32 will have 32X dash the game name. Okay, Genesis will be just the game name, do not have any dash. Then you have Game Gear. Okay, then you have Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Atari Lynx, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, NES, and Neo Geo Pocket, WonderSwan Color, Master System, Pokemon Mini. This one and Virtual Boy and Neo Geo May and Final Burnout. This you have to boot to a different launcher. Okay, you have to boot to G menu in order to play those emulator, because this emulator here, the emulator theme that you're running, the retro theme for the Neo, do not support Pokemon Mini, Virtual Boy, Neo Geo in May 2000 and Final Burnout 2000. But okay, those are the only one doesn't support. And then plus video and music. Okay, video and music is not supported by the retro theme, so you have to go to G menu. Now PlayStation and Game Boy Advance is supported by this theme. I should have moved this up here, huh? So it'll be less confusing. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me edit the file and move the PlayStation up there, because PlayStation and Game Boy do support by the theme. So copy that and put it in front of this, paste. Okay, that will be less confusing. And so those you will have to use G menu to play those emulators. Okay, so anything down here will be listed. Then put check, and then upgrade the message. Okay. So here's the new message. So G menu to play those emulator are May 2000, which have 2,245 games, and Final Burnout 20 for two. This is the emulator name, okay, and the ROM is 2,613. All right. Video, I delete all my video because it's my personal video. Everybody have different tastes, so you could put your own video. Video supported by need to be MP4. Oh, I'm typing it over here. Let me edit this file again. So video, you need to be in MP4 format, and music need to be in MP3 format. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So then you just download, move it to the external hard drive. And then continue download. That way you won't run out of space. And once you finish, all those files need to be in the same hard drive when you click on zip. Okay, otherwise it's not going to find those files. And make sure the file size is correct size. Right here it say 1982, but when you download it's actually say 2000 something. Okay, just let you know. And okay, the flash and verification is completed. So we are going to close this out. So it's completed. But now if you was to go to your SD card, now to create the images, you just put in the SD card in the O drive and then just press read, and that's how I create the image. So those of you who wonder how you create an image from an SD card, you put the SD card into your computer, pick the drive that's in, and then browse the location where you want it, and then you click read instead of write. Read is to make a copy. Okay, so enough of that. Let's close that one down. Now, since it's a new flash, since you just finished burning, you need to take the SD card out and reject it and then insert it back in. Okay, because it doesn't read the SD card at this moment because it's ready for you to reject it. So now I just insert the SD card and there it populate the O drive. So if you was to click on open the new window, you will see that there is my new flash drive. But if you was to, it doesn't have the full drive. So what you're going to do is you want to install a program called MiniTool Partition. So click on MiniTool Partition, let it load, and and then click yes. And I'll give you the file. I need to find it because this is the old version. I don't know they're still the old version, this new version, I don't know is it the same. So I'm gonna try to give you the same version I have, which is 10.3. So that way the instruction on this video will be the same. So you won't have like, Johnny, I didn't click that, I didn't click there, you click there, I'm confused, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to give you the same version of program, so that way the step will be the same. So once you click it, it's going to read all your hard drive. Now, if you don't have a lot of hard drive, you don't need to worry about this, okay? So it's going to come here, and then you need to scroll down. It's not scrolling. There you go. All right. You're going to scroll down until you see this weird partition, which is here's FAT32, okay? And the reason I could tell is that this one is close to 512 gigabyte. Now you might say, well, I don't see a file 512 gigabyte because every time you buy SD card, they don't give you exactly 512 gigabyte. They always cheat you with less than 512 gigabyte. It's close to 512, but it's not. It's actually, you know, it's less than 500 gigabyte. Okay, so just FYI. So this is the one that you wanted to increase. Now here it's not being used. Allocated. So you want to allocate this using the FAT. So to do this, you right click it, right click your mouse, or you could do, if you don't know, if you guys don't understand English, you have to go general, this mapping partition. Okay, you will highlight this and you will click move and resize. Okay, and then you just take this, drag all the way across. Okay, that's the same as doing this. Right click, move and size. Same thing. Okay. Once you do that, it's going to utilize all this disk space. Okay, before it did not use it. Now you're going to use it all. Okay, you're going to do OK, and then now you have close to 500 gig, double the space. See how much we use for the SD card, for the ROM, for the program, and now we got double the space. So you could put in the full version of PlayStation. You could put the full version of music and other stuff, which are, like Sega CD and Sega 32X. So that's what I'm planning to do, put those two in here and more PlayStation. So once that's done, then you're going to do partition, you're going to do apply, general, apply the change. Okay, Control A. Control A means you could just press the keyboard button, that's it. Now you're going to say yes. Now this will not work if you are pointing to the same drive, which I think I am pointing to the same drive. No, I'm not. Okay. Do not be pointing to the old drive that we were on. If you do that, you're gonna have problems. See that? Resizing partition execute following error. Alright. So you need to close the drive I was in. So I need to go ahead and close all. No, this one's not open to it. This one might be. No, that one's not open. This one probably is. You just want to close the driver. Do not be opening the driver. Okay. Fail. Okay. So you're going to do it again. So it's best to just close. Just go ahead and close anything that is open, especially the browser to the physical drive. Just close all that. Okay. Then do it again. Move it. Okay. Because a while ago we were looking at it, and you don't want to do that. Don't look at it. Just close it, and then do apply change. So don't have any file browser open up, because if see, I still have the error. So if you get this error like this again and you're not sure what's causing it, just reject the driver, close this program out, reopen it, and that will fix the problem. Okay. So what I'm going to do is close this. Okay, and then you want to safely reject your SD card. You don't want to kill it. You want to just pop it out, because if you pop it out, that would damage your data. So just reject it out. Okay, it's not there no more. It didn't tell me it's safe to reject. So let me go ahead and reject it. Now I'm going to pop it back in. And you're going to hear a sound beeping, meaning if you have if you have your speaker turned on, you will hear it. Mine's turned down real low, so you can't really hear it. Let me turn my speaker up. Okay. Now you're going to click on this again. It's good that we run into this problem, because some of you might have this problem, like you open up the drive and see what's inside, and you forgot to close it, which I did close it, but apparently the system thinking is still open. Okay, it's still open in memory bank. Okay, so you have to close the whole thing. Scroll down to the bottom, you see something like gray color. Go across and make sure that this is the correct hard drive. Do not do If you messed up on a different hard drive, you could damage your own hard drive. Okay, make sure that this is your flash drive. Now right click on it, do move, then do OK, and then you could do apply right here, but put a check. You could click there if you want. That's the same thing. And then this time should go through no problem, because we actually reject the SD card and put it back in. It failed again. Resize partition. Error code. MiniTool Partition detect that the file system partition have error. Please use a check file system function to fix it. Okay, we have to fix this problem first. This might be caused because of the file was open and we did this, and then there could be a lot of reasons. If there's an SD card problem, this is also a good tutorial. And I know it's lengthy, but it's a good tutorial because you do want to fix the problem before you move on. Right now, it won't let you change the partition because there is something wrong with your partition. So what you want to do is go to your O drive. O drive is the partition of the physical thing. If you don't have an O drive, you will have to do a disk management. Okay, so I'll show you that real quick. But let me go to partition property, and I'm gonna go to tool, and then check the disk. Repair the drive. You want to do that to repair your physical. If there's something wrong with the drive, this will repair it. Okay, and normally it doesn't take long. Okay, successful. Now let's just say you cannot see the old drive. You cannot see the old drive. For some reason you cannot see it. So you will have to, there's no drive assigned to it. So you have to search on your computer. This is Windows 11, so you will have to type in disk partition. Normally you just type in management, disk management. Here you have to type disk, and you will find something called create and format disk partition. Open that up. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit too kind of maybe too much for some people. It's very technical things I'm sharing with you how to do things. So here is all my physical hard drive. This one do not use the scrolling mouse, so you have to scroll by pulling this down, and you're going to look for this one. See that? This is my 4 terabyte. This is the one that we are not using. We want to combine this two. Okay, but we can't combine it because a while ago we just fixed it. Now if this is no O drive and you cannot see nothing, you can't see this, you have to right click. Right now mine is O drive, I can see it, but if you cannot see it, you will have to say change or add drive. Okay, yours will be a little different, will be adding a drive, and then you put in add drive, and then you select the alphabet you want. Okay, your change. Right now, I could change from O to R, for example. Okay, then click OK. Yes, and now this is R drive now. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Close everything out. Close the browser. Make sure everything's closed. All right, now I'm going to reopen up the mini partition again. So yeah, let's summarize it. First, before you open this, make sure you reject the SD card and insert your SD card back into your laptop or computer. Once that is done, then open this program up and try to change partition. If you run to the same error I have, you have to click on your drive, make sure the drive letter is assigned. If it's not assigned, you have to assign a drive letter so that you can fix the partition. So now I'm going to do move. I'm going to move it over. Click OK. Click apply. Yes. Hopefully this time we don't have no error. It looks like it's going through okay now. So yeah, you will have to do this fix if there's something wrong with the image. Okay. And if you don't see a drive, you're like, well, how do I fix it if I don't see a drive letter? Then you have to go to the disk partition like I just did. And then assign a drive letter so you could see it, then you could fix it. Okay, we're kind of going backward a little bit because my computer automatically see my drive letter O. Your might be different drive letter. See now say apply change successful. So this cover pretty much any kind of problem. Pretty much this is the type. This is the two type of problem that I wanted. If a file is open, if you happen to use a file browser and it's open, then you will fail. And if an image burn and it's not fixed, like right now I realize my image was need to be fixed in order to change this, then you need to go to property. Okay, so now it's done. So now if I was to go back to the partition again and check it again, for example, create format disk partition. This is for Windows 10. If it was Windows 10, if it was Windows 10, you just type in disk management. But since this is Windows 11, you're going to type in disk partition. Okay. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, and as you can see now, my R drive is taking all the space. Okay, 475. It's using all the space. A while ago it wasn't. Okay, so it's FAT32. Okay, so this is I'm sorry, I keep on saying okay. Just want to make sure you guys understand what I'm saying. So now the partition is good. So you got a lot of space. So you can put more stuff in here, and you don't have to worry about if you save a file, is it going to run out of space. So you got plenty of space. Plenty of space to add a whole bunch of stuff. But only thing you can really add is Sega CD and PlayStation. PlayStation, that's it. And Sega 32X, that's about it. Everything else is already there already. Okay, and I'm also going to give you some of the information. You will have to download to resize the program. You will have to download this. Okay, if you want to add your image, because you need to change your image to this is Anbernic. I will give you this information. You have to change the size based on this to 232 by 430. Okay. Now, if you have a 2D box art, then you don't have to use this program. You could just go into the program, for example. And each program, it have a game. So let's go to, I think it's R drive now. I change it. So it's not O drive. So R. So you go to any of the game, like Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. Okay, let's go to PlayStation, for example. Now you could delete the box art because I already removed all the box. Well, I still have box art here. See, this box art is already changed the size for you, so you don't have to. You just copy and put it into this side because you need to have the ROM the artwork, the ROM and the artwork. The artwork and the ROM names have to be matching. They have to have same name. If they don't, it's not going to work. Okay, it won't show up. And then the PlayStation format had to be PBP. Okay, PBP. If it's not going to work. It doesn't support CHD. Alright, just let you know. So if this was not a 3D box art, that's for example, you're going to open up with the paintbrush from Windows. Okay, the paintbrush. This is Windows 11, so the paintbrush is a little bit different. You're going to click here instead of selecting up here. You're going to click the image right here. You're going to select the pixel. So you want everything between 500 and 430. So if this thing, for example, happen to say 700, and this is, you want to use the biggest number. So this will automatically change. So for example, if I make this 300, this will match the size. So if I do apply, let's just say I do OK, the size gets smaller, but the picture, the scaling of the picture of the box art will not change shape. It will be the exact same, just smaller. Okay, and that's how you want to do. So you want to go to pixel. So let's just say I want this to be 500 because this is the biggest number. So you want to change this to 500, and it will automatically change to this number. Okay, but you don't want to go anything on this side. You don't want to get anything bigger than this. You want to stay the number between 500 and 430. Okay, so this thing cannot go over 500, and this one have to stay under 430. So if that makes sense to you. So for example, I have some picture. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how this is the highest number is 430, and then this number is 322. You automatically, this is the number it gives me, so that's the number I'm going to change to. And if you notice, all this number here is all 430 all the way down. See that? But the front is smaller. Okay. Now some of this is opposite, where this one is messed up. This one should be 430. Can be 4. So that's not correct. Maybe that's why my picture doesn't show up. Okay, have to be 430. Cannot be go over 430. And then some of this is like 500. See that? The largest number I can pick is 500, and then the rest of this is smaller. Okay, so you have to stay between. On this side, the largest on the left had to be 500. On the right hand side, the largest number is 430. Okay, so you have to stay between those numbers, and then you're good. See, like this one is this number here. Okay, it tells you what number I use for what console. Like this is a 3D box art. For this is 2D box art. I'm using this resolution, and so on, so on. So I'll give you this long list of information. All right, so if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate it. That will help me with my. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for any donation or anything, but that will help my channel. So if you guys really like the image, if you could please subscribe. Now, if you don't want to get notification all the time, what you could do is, let me give you an example.
Cut the cable with.
Like I go to Mad Little Pixel, you could subscribe, but then you just say personalize. So you don't want to get notified for everything that he sent you, or you could say turn off the bell, notification bell. So then you will not get notified all the time when some new video come out. But if you're interested in the video, like the video I'm doing, the images and stuff, you do want to turn on the notification, because if I send you something new and after a year you come back and then you say, oh, I need that, but then the link doesn't work no more. And that happened because I upload something to some free site, and after a certain time they discontinue it. So yeah, you do want to download it as soon as you can. Okay, so you do want to turn on the notification. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. Later.